It's back with the deepest dive into hip-hop genius. And today we're breaking down why Euphoria was the real chess move that predicted everything that followed. While everybody was waiting for Kendrick to respond to Drake, this man dropped a masterpiece.
On the 17th day he rose. Motherfucking academics posted every day. Kendrick still hasn't responded. Get Drake out your mouth, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a drill.
Responded. I think we have a response on our hands.
I think Kendrick just responded to Drake.
Laid out the entire blueprint of Drake's destruction 6 months before it happened. What I'm about to show y'all ain't just a song breakdown, this is a prophecy analysis. Kendrick didn't just make a diss track, he created a psychological profile so accurate that when Drake's lawsuit got dismissed, it felt like Kendrick had a crystal ball. This man predicted Drake's every move like he was reading from a script. Euphoria was the moment Kendrick showed us he wasn't just a better rapper than Drake, he was a better strategist, a better psychologist, and a better student of human nature. This song was 6 minutes of pure foresight wrapped in the most beautiful destruction you ever heard. By the time we done here, you gonna understand why Euphoria is being studied in psychology classes, why it's the most accurate character assassination in hip-hop history, and why Kendrick proved he can see the future while Drake was still living in the past. Let me start with the opening predictions because Kendrick came out swinging with character analysis that was more accurate than an FBI profile. From the very first bars, this man was laying out Drake's psychological weaknesses like he had access to his therapy sessions. The way Kendrick predicted how Drake would respond was surgical. He basically said, this is how you gonna react, this is what you gonna say, and this is why it ain't gonna work. And months later, when Drake did exactly what Kendrick predicted, it was like watching a movie you already seen. Kendrick was building a psychological profile that went deeper than just rap skills. He was analyzing Drake's insecurities, his need for validation, his relationship with authenticity. This wasn't just beef, this was behavioral science.
Somebody's going bye.
Euphoria.
Oh, let's go.
Here we go.
I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling.
You talking about Drake? Drake!
This seems like more like a sit down, nigga. Let me talk to you. This is 6 minutes long.
He's trying to talk to your spirit in a soft tone voice.
He's singing to the. He's telling you a bedtime story.
I'm scared. Why am I scared, bro?
You're moving just like a degenerate. Heavy antic is feeling distasteful. I can even predict your angles.
Oh my God, let's go.
Why calculate you not as calculated?
He said he's reading him like a book. Not a rap artist, you're a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted.
He said, I make music that electrify him. You give them what they want to hear, not what they need to hear.
Random Mexicanness. No,
Oh my God. Who's really breaking this into pieces?
know you're a master manipulator and habitual liar too.
How do you know he gonna turn up?
But don't tell no lie.
The
about
genius
me.
was in how Kendrick presented these predictions as warnings. He wasn't just attacking Drake, he was giving him a roadmap of how to avoid destruction. But Drake's ego was too big to listen to the wisdom. Every prediction Kendrick made in those opening bars came true months later. When Drake dropped his responses, when he filed that lawsuit, when he contradicted himself in interviews. It was all there in Euphoria, like Kendrick had a time machine. If you enjoying this breakdown of hip-hop's most prophetic track, show your boy some love with a like. We about to dive deeper into how Kendrick used humor as a weapon of mass destruction.
Now, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jetski G. We back with another banger. On this episode, we're going to be actually going over how Kendrick Lamar's Euphoria destroyed every fiber within Drake's career. If you like breakdowns like this, if you like reactions like this, make sure y'all click a like, subscribe, and also you can go over to my man and Mike Drop TV and show him some love also. Let's get right back into this. You know, I don't like to hold y'all too long. Let's get it, y'all.
Now let's talk about the funny and clever wordplay, because Kendrick proved you can destroy somebody while making people laugh. The comedic timing in his delivery was perfect. He knew exactly when to be serious and when to be playful. The pop culture references were genius because they aged like fine wine. Kendrick was making jokes about Drake's behavior that became even funnier when Drake proved them right. It's like Kendrick was writing comedy that wouldn't be fully appreciated until months later. The clever name plays and cultural backs showed Kendrick's deep understanding of hip-hop history. He wasn't just making jokes, he was connecting Drake's behavior to patterns we've seen before in the culture. He was showing us that Drake wasn't original, even in his fakeness. But the most beautiful part was how Kendrick used humor to make his points stick. When you make somebody laugh while you destroying them, they can't get mad without looking stupid. Kendrick was playing psychological warfare at the highest level. The way he delivered these funny lines with such conviction made them hit even harder. harder. He wasn't just being clever, he was being devastating. Every joke was a dagger wrapped in laughter. Kendrick proved that the most effective way to destroy somebody is to make them look ridiculous. When people are laughing at you, it's harder to maintain your dignity. The humor made Drake's responses look even more desperate.
This is
He
throwing
fell out.
shots, bro. He's throwing spears. Drake looks like Jim Carrey right now. It's in the bone.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Surprised she wanted that feature request. You know they would.
God, he hates this nigga. It ain't even that deep. It's just cringe as fuck, bro.
He don't. Say, oh, I don't wear shit on my worst enemy. Fucker, I do.
Still love when you see headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk. Remember?
He said headshot for the year. You better walk around
With a mask on.
Matter of fact, I ain't even bleed him yet. Can I bleed him? When I see you stand by
Bleeder, that was cold.
He said he still ain't bleed him yet.
When I see you standing
you
next to
haven't
Sexy
started?
you
Red.
stand by sexy red, I believe you see too bad.
Too
bad.
That was crazy. That's always crazy. That's always, he smoked him.
I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them.
Oh my God.
Like, let's just appreciate that. I believe you really don't like women. You see them as competition. I believe you probably pop at. Like, come on, man. Like, just.
Oh, he said you popping ass, nigga. Bro, the Sexy Red is crazy.
You think he's competing with Sexy Red on some sass?
You won't have that twerk off with her.
He said you don't even like women.
Nah, Kendrick gotta be trolling, bro.
I didn't know Kendrick was funny.
I didn't know Kendrick was this petty.
Kendrick is trying to humiliate this nigga.
This isn't a diss track.
But the
This is
technical
a
aspects of the
crime,
song
bro.
were just as impressive as the content. Let's break down how Kendrick matched his flow to the beat's mood, because this man was conducting a symphony of destruction. The tempo changes weren't random, they were strategic. When Kendrick wanted to make a serious point, he slowed down his delivery. When he wanted to be playful, he sped up. Every flow switch had a purpose. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if you want more content that breaks down the technical genius behind
subscribe
great
button,
hip-hop. We analyzing the craft, not just the content. The voice modulation and character switches showed Kendrick's range as a performer. He wasn't just rapping, he was acting. He was becoming different characters to make different points. That's artistry at the highest level.
It is.
The production choices enhanced every word. The beat selection wasn't just about sounding good, it was about creating the right atmosphere for psychological warfare. Every drum hit, every sample, every silence was calculated. Kendrick understood that the music had to match the message. You can't deliver life-changing bars over a weak beat. The production had to be as strong as the lyrics, and it delivered. But here's where Euphoria became truly legendary: the ignored warnings. Kendrick laid out a whole warning system that Drake completely ignored, and it led to his destruction. The first warning was about character assessment. Kendrick basically said, I see who you really are, and if you keep playing these games, I'm gonna expose you. Drake ignored it and got exposed. The second warning was about industry relationships. Kendrick hinted that Drake's connections wouldn't save him when the truth came out. Drake ignored it and found out his allies couldn't protect him from authenticity.
That's how it
The
went.
third warning was about cultural positioning. Kendrick warned Drake that he was on the wrong side of hip-hop culture. Drake ignored it and became a cultural outcast. The final warning was about what would happen if Drake responded. Kendrick basically said, if you come for me, I'm gonna end you. Drake ignored it and got ended. Every single warning that Kendrick gave in Euphoria came to pass. It was like watching somebody ignore a tornado warning and then act surprised when their house gets destroyed. If you think Kendrick's warning system was the most accurate prediction in hip-hop history, smash that like button. We celebrating prophetic artistry. But the real genius of Euphoria was in the double and triple entendre masterclass. Kendrick was saying everything while saying nothing directly. Every line worked on multiple levels. The surface level was entertaining, but the deeper meanings were devastating. Kendrick was speaking in code that only people who understood the culture could fully appreciate. He was having multiple conversations at the same time. The cultural references had multiple interpretations depending on your level of knowledge.
Now his daddy.
Oh my God! Why?
Yo, he's sunning you right now, bro.
Said dementia was running your family. You done forgot all the shit.
He broke the word Parkinson down.
Let it get shaky. I park his son.
Nigga, Kendrick is different.
The very first time I shot me a Drake, the homie had told me to aim it this way.
Talking about the Draco. Play on words. Okay, so now we finally get some name dropping.
First time I shot me a Drake, my homie told me to aim it this way. This is hip hop, nigga.
Today I show you I learned from those mistakes.
I pray they my real friends, if not YNW Melly. I don't like.
If you know, you know.
He was charged with double murders of his friends.
There's no way! Is he not the best, nigga?
Nigga is actually fucking disgusting, yo.
I don't like you poppy for real, for him. I inherit the beef. Push a P. Let me see you push a T.
Oh no, now he's killing you, Drake.
Drake! He is killing you!
It's the way he said it. He said, fuck you, push a P. Let me see you push a T.
I ain't lying, Pusha T did get that.
Drake did back out of the Pusha T beef.
Nigga said you better off spit it on him before you try pushing me.
It's a classic. You don't have one.
Look, he said, yeah, my first one was like my last one. It's a classic. You don't have one. Because remember, Cole said your first was classic. Your last was tragic.
Yeah, my first one like my last one.
I don't give a when anyone says Drake ain't got no classic albums.
Let your core audience stomach that. Didn't tell them where you get your abs from. V12.
Let your core audience stomach that, then tell them where you get your abs from.
Core in your stomach and they can't stomach that.
How you did a triple entendre with the stomach?
They was saying something about how Drake got plastic surgery. Yeah.
Ross said it. Kendrick said it.
It might be true though.
It's gotta be true.
Nah, it's over. Drake, don't even bother, my boy.
Kendrick is you up, gang.
Your level of knowledge. If you were a casual listener, you got the jokes. If you were a hip hop head, you got the deeper meanings. If you were Drake, you got the warnings. Single lines were working on 3 or more levels simultaneously. Kendrick was like a magician performing multiple tricks at the same time. The more you analyzed the song, the more layers you discovered. The genius of saying everything while saying nothing directly meant Drake couldn't even respond properly. How do you clap back at somebody who never directly attacked you, but somehow destroyed you completely? Kendrick was playing 4D chess while Drake was playing checkers. Every bar was calculated to work on multiple levels, creating a web of meaning that was impossible to escape. But here's why Euphoria aged like the finest wine. How the lawsuit validated Kendrick's psychological read. When Drake filed that lawsuit, it proved that every character assessment Kendrick made was accurate. Lines that seemed like jokes when the song first dropped hit different after Drake's responses. Kendrick's humor became prophecy. His entertainment became education. Make sure you subscribe if you want more content that analyzes how great artists.
Y'all for a minute. After Euphoria dropped, like I told y'all in the last update, Euphoria is actually my favorite song out of the battle. Like it's the one that really it changed everything because it made you. Well, Meet the Grams is good too, but it changed everything and made us actually see like you went from looking at Drake on the surface to looking at Drake on the inside. And it was looking at him on the inside in ways that hip hop heads and people like myself always kind of looked at it, but we was like, all right, he doing this thing, he making great music, let him live. But it didn't make what you were doing right. And Kendrick put a spotlight on everything you wasn't doing right. And everything you wasn't doing right was egregious. It was so bad, we needed to get you up out of hip hop. We needed to take you out of a sector of hip hop. We needed to Post Malone this dude. Make him go chill with some country singers. This is hip hop. We don't steal from everybody we can think of. We don't do dirty everybody that put us on. We don't have a million ghostwriters but claim to be the greatest MC in the world. We don't do these things in hip hop. And when Kendrick put a spotlight on that, you can't take it back. Everybody else hinted at it and wanted to go at you. But Kendrick annihilated you. So y'all drop a like, comment, subscribe if y'all like breakdowns like this. I keep doing breakdowns like this, but y'all gotta hit that like button. Also, I'm gonna drop 2 more updates. One right here, one right here. One of them's gonna be actually Cat Williams, how he just broke the internet again. And he actually told you why French Montana went to Dubai, because he was getting his cheeks clapped. It's your boy Jet Ski G. If ain't nobody told you they love y'all, I love y'all. I'm out, y'all. Oof.